I read books and shit.
I'm not gonna do any RP.
We're good to go whenever, Philo.
Alright, let's fucking go.
Wait, I left my purse. No, I'm kidding.
I gotta go poo poo.
We're going to Disney World, guys. Fucking suck it up.
Are we there yet?
Kai, your earring looks like it's
I'll
gonna.
turn this fucking around.
Kai, your earring looks like it's gonna fly off your head.
I sure hope you poke it. I said nothing. I sure fucking hope it does. That's what I was gonna say.
It's
What
gonna.
was it?
Go to. I thought it was Ward,
Ward
17.
17
Yeah,
plot.
17. Plot
Plot
5.
Are we lost?
We're already lost.
Is it plot 5 or plot 6?
Plot 5. It's Genso.
Plot, 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 plot.
Plop, plop.
Wait, what the fuck? Why isn't anything loading?
I'm invisible.
We crashed the server.
Oh, I had to
Oh, I
phase.
loaded before you guys.
We had to wait for fucking Philo's like hard drive to finish load.
Excuse you, I have an SSD now.
Bitch, no you don't. That load time was like 12 seconds.
My internet is shit.
Internet ain't got nothing to do with load time.
Are they open?
Hold on.
I can see Kira.
Open Sundays, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
Yep, they're
He's
open.
AFK.
8 PDT to 12 PDT.
Wait, so they open in fucking like 4 hours.
How were
They
they?
open in 4 hours.
Weren't they open earlier?
Yeah, I thought they were. Yeah, didn't we go early? Like
We
last
went early, dude.
Well, fine. I'm gonna go walk down to the beach and read my fucking books.
I'm gonna go drown myself. I'm gonna throw myself off a pier.
God damn it, no.
God damn it, yes!
Yeah,
Oh,
just
here.
have the
Oh,
podcast
here.
over here on the beach.
Ophi, here, let me show you a little trick. Ready? 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 Eh.
Nice.
Wait, 8 PDT, they said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 11 p.m.
That's 11 at night. That is, we
So
did
that is
we did not go that
Wow.
late.
Unless if they changed the time on
They
us,
might
I
have
don't
changed
know.
the time. Because I don't remember it being that late.
Because we weren't out there that late. You just do the podcast, all dead blue mages in the water.
That'd be hilarious.
I don't know self-destruct.
You don't know
Isn't it
self-destruct?
No, I know self-destruct.
I was gonna say.
Do I have my blue mage cane on me?
This should be the podcast right here. This is perfect. You know, you wanna know if we. Yeah,
Quality, quality.
quality content.
It's time for the podcast, Pearl.
Welcome. Oh shit. We have to have someone come out here and rest us, or we have to fucking. Oh wait.
You had a rest.
I rest you
yeah.
beforehand.
Rest you.
Simba, what the fuck?
No.
Damn it.
Oh.
We're doing what any sensible person would do, Pearl.
These are fucking minds.
Okay, let's start the podcast. Let me just post this here.
We have to turn our RP tags on to roleplay that we're dead people.
Okay. There we go.
What?
I set it to something even more outlandish than RP.
What?
What did you do?
It's crafting mentor. Yes,
I
kids.
should go PvP mentor.
Hold on.
I'm busy.
So, how about we just start with going over the... I can't do it! We're all dead! Hold on. Here, I got an idea. I'm gonna...
What the hell icon is that, Kai?
Looking to meld materia.
Materia.
Oh, that's perfect.
We're good. We're good. We're just hanging out in the water.
This is how I feel knowing about the healer and tank changes for the next expansion. Dead.
Why?
I don't
Let's-
know.
let's-
I just feel
let's
like
go
it's
over-
gonna be so easy and like not engaging.
It's not. It's gonna be fun.
No.
Everyone said that
Oh.
about Stormblood.
I'm,
It's gonna be fun.
I don't like change.
It's gonna be alright.
my feelings. No.
Like whenever I use cash and they give me change, I throw it on the ground because I don't like change.
That was so bad.
That hurt. So,
Onward with the bad jokes.
what about, we don't have tank stance anymore.
I mean, technically we do, but even so, it's just like, I don't know.
There's
I
people.
just-
Oh, go ahead.
I just feel like it's gonna get dumbed down. Or I don't know. I've said
It's
this
not-
before. Like, if the mechanics and stuff like that for the next dungeons and shit are fun and like engaging, okay, that's fine. But if it's gonna be fucking Satasha and Desamail Darkhold or whatever, where it's just easy peasy lemon squeezy, it's like that's enough.
I mean, I don't think they're dumbing things down, but they are definitely streamlining everything, which I think is a good thing.
I don't really like it. My skills are all gone.
That's because you're dead now. That's why.
Yeah, Scholar is dead. Just get over it. Get used to it.
Go
No.
play White Mage.
No. I'm not going to play White Mage. I hate that class.
I'm actually on the same page as Supa on this one.
I want my DPS skills back. Give me my dots back.
That is never gonna fucking happen.
I'm very happy with the summoner changes. I'm really looking forward to that.
The thing
Summoner
that
looks
can-
alright.
the thing
I
that
just
can-
want to see Ninja be like the biggest of big dick DPS. That'd be amazing.
I could see that.
You get 2 weapon skills now. Why?
What?
Ninja gets 2 weapon skills now.
What do you mean by weapon skills?
One of your actions counts as 2.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, with the Shadow Clone Jutsu.
I don't like that.
I love it.
It's duality, but like all the
Good.
time.
It's good.
Duality.
Reality, but good.
It's duality without the PS3 limitations.
Yeah.
I don't. Hold on. Oh crap. Hold on. I think I just broke my. Hold on.
Did the stream go
What
down?
did you break, man?
No, I didn't. Hold on.
Clearly broke something.
Technical difficulties.
Uh-oh.
Delete this. There you go. I fixed it. I don't... Dude, I just don't want to be heal bitch in 5.0. And that's what I'm scared of.
Well, I have some bad news.
You are gonna be heal
I
bitch.
think you're gonna be a heal bitch in 5.0.
No. What's the point of playing healer then? I
To
don't...
heal?
No.
What? Wait.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What's the point of playing healer when you're now actually going to be a main healer? Like
Actually, yeah. I like it.
They're actually not they're not like mixing the Trinity. Now it's actually 3 separate roles now. You're actually a healer, DPS they remain DPS, and tanks, well, they're tanks. Just need the healer fixed because they were mixed between healer and DPS. Now they're strictly healer.
Supa's mad that he can't like do DPS with a healer.
Super's mad that he can't AFK anymore.
I want to put a tank on follow and Tamtara and then go do my laundry.
Fucking LOL.
I'm gonna put the tank on follow in 011 and just be like, get good everybody else. I'm dead. I don't like all my pet actions are on my hotbar now too. That's a yikes.
That means you gotta press the buttons to make Eos do something. Or Selene, since now they're the same.
The Selene is dead. No one uses Selene.
I'm gonna use Selene. I love her.
She's in the garbage can now.
She's a star.
I forgot.
I might actually play Scholar now.
Wha-
It changes.
So you can be lazy and not have to do DPS.
I mean, that's what a healer's supposed to do, right? It's supposed to heal, not DPS.
No,
It just sounds so boring, though. It's like not
play-
engaging.
Then play DPS.
I don't want to deal with DPS queues.
Likewise,
Well, then play tank.
there's gonna be tank queues too at some point. Well,
No one
There
would
will never be. Tank.
no one would support the way I play tank.
Because you get everyone killed.
Yeah. I would run in there and be like, hey, get good, everybody. I'm not holding aggro, and then they'd all die.
Oh my god. Hear what's wrong with the world, Super.
I'm gonna use clemency 5 times.
Please no. Please stop hurting me, Super.
I'm gonna use hollow, then pull.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna die. I don't know. It feels like White Mage just got way better, and everyone else just like, fuck you, you're healing now.
I mean, the only thing that separates Wide Mage is like what, that one extra ability that he gets through the Blood Lily?
Yeah.
Like, that's his only additional attack, like, but that's not something that's always on demand either.
Yeah, it's gonna take like the time to fill all your lilies and the time you use your attacks, and then you get a DPS attack. Like, it's gonna take forever.
It's gonna be like Lord of Crowns is now.
Basically, yeah. Rip Lord of Crowns.
They're nerfing Embrace. No! Delete this pie.
Again.
We're getting another Embrace nerf this expansion. Just get rid of my fairy then. I don't want it. Give me Black Mage spells instead, like Scholar's supposed to play. Just give me all the meme magic and I'm fine. Give me Totaja.
What the fuck?
Give me Blink.
Blink?
Yeah, the evasion skill. Ninja has a different name.
Oh, that one.
Hey, Pearl.
Hey, Pearl.
I was thinking Blink
Join
from Final Fantasy 11.
Give me Tractor.
Oh, dude, Tractor would be
That's
pretty
the
cool.
wrong spell.
I want to be able to rise myself up and avoid all the earth magic. I don't know. I still don't like... I just feel like they're like, okay, all the DPS, here's all your cool shit. Healers, fuck you. Tanks, you're easy mode now.
I mean, the general populace can't stand stands.
Why?
Because they're bad.
I do it all the time. Should we just blame this expansion on the community?
Just blame it on the community. It's those same people who can't beat the Y'shtola MSQ.
You have a point. I have 28 billion out jobs, and I have like 2 hamsters at home, and I can't find the time to play.
Y'shtola MSQ too hard. I need to pay someone to do it for me.
I've been seeing people calling it casual bringers because a lot of people I think are feeling the same thing me and Zinvo are, and that it's too easy now.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be too easy. Like,
Kai, we said that last expansion, and I swear to God, if I go into a dungeon and I just have to sit there and spam physic, I'm done. I'm so fucking done.
well, Ska. No, not Ska.
See, here's the thing.
Yeah,
So
go ahead.
everyone, all the DPS are getting a potency boost. Like some values have gone down, but we're getting more shit to increase our DPS overall. Now, here the thing is though, is how are they going to do mechanics and damage from mobs? Because if it's going to be more like AOE, more damage intensive, then you're going to be busy healing the fuck out.
Yeah, I was looking at the people doing that dungeon from the media tour. Everything hit like a fucking truck.
They put Eureka mechanics into the main game.
Hopefully. That'd be fucking awesome.
Everything just hits like your mom's SUV.
Yeah. That way you're not bored healing. You
Yeah,
actually have to heal.
Yeah, you're going to be over there fucking like sweating over there trying to heal the fucking tank because he's not using Sentinel.
Dude, but you know, we have so. What's gonna happen next is we're just gonna get rid of cooldowns. Are those gonna go next? Because most people don't know how to use their cooldowns appropriately. I just joked about, you know, using hallowed ground and then pulling, but I've seen people do it. It happens.
I mean, so like there's some really special people out there. Just, you know.
But I don't know. We can't keep dubbing down the game just because people can't do it. It's not good.
And the thing that worries me the most is that you look at Mog Station, the jump potions are getting cheaper and cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. It's like the more people who buy those jump potions, the more they're not going to understand their player kit or anything like that. It's just going to be a freaking shit show when it gets to higher end content.
I think jump potion
down if they're just like nerfing the scholar DPS. They're just rebalancing.
I don't think using jump potions is ever like good ever. Even if you're just saying I want to go play with my friends immediately, don't do that. Stop, because what ends up happening is I see it all the time. You get these people who use the jump potions who's like, I don't know what any of this stuff does and I don't want to learn what it does. And then you know what happens? They go into their first dungeon and they get fucking destroyed by baby slaps a lot and they die and then they quit because they don't know how to play.
Well, exactly.
Well, I mean, I get that, but you also have to think that, you know, they need to make 5 years of content not last like a year for someone, because then they'll stop playing. So they have to do jump potions so people can play the game.
Yeah, didn't we?
If they're new.
Didn't we have someone in the FC who burned through all the MSQ and then like kind of just took a break for like 3 months or something?
Yeah, something like that. Because it's a lot, and ARR is boring as fuck.
Every single person I see who is like burning through content to get the end game, like they'll get the end game and then it's like stop playing for a couple months because they burned them.
Yeah.
Ophi, something's wrong with your mic, dude. I can barely hear you.
That's because the cat is sitting on my mixer again.
Oh my god.
Tell Basil to get the fuck out.
Basil's a great name for a cat, now that I think about it.
I don't know. I don't want the game to be easy in terms of like. I don't want my mechanics to be watered down to like 6 or 7 buttons, and then maybe throw like 2 buttons of spells, and then go use the 6 or 7 buttons again.
Well, yeah, and that's kind of what I feel like tank is going to be, because you have your 1, 2, 3 skill, and then like 1, 2, 4, or 1, 2, 5, or whatever.
Well, see, here's the other thing. Like the complaints about like the simple combos and stuff like that. We either get that or we get
You cut out at the end. What'd you say?
Yeah,
you get butt bloat.
Yeah.
So it's like you either gotta streamline this at some point, or you're going to end up with WoW and have 40 fucking buttons to.
Yeah. Besides, nobody uses aggro combo. Nobody ever. I use aggro combo once, and then I never use it again.
I actually use aggro combo quite a bit.
And the other thing, what I noticed that they were doing to kind of help counteract the whole button bloat thing is these charges that they're adding to specific abilities.
That I can get behind. I like that.
I like the charge system. The only, I think, issue I have with it is what if I hit the button accidentally twice?
Well, then get good, son.
I was just gonna say.
My charges.
Another thing that slightly bothers me is recently I've been leveling up my monk, and I've been running across other monks, ninjas, samurai, whatever, melee DPS, and none of I've maybe seen 3 or 4 out of 20 that actually do positionals. The rest of them are green leaves and don't have any idea what a positional is. Like, they're doing the same. I know the skills. I mean, I've leveled almost all of my fucking melee classes to 70. And I know that most of them are positionals, but most of the people just stand right in front of the boss or right behind the boss. There's no flank, there's no, anything like that. They just sit there. And I feel like in the future, they're just going to be like, oh, well, now you don't have to worry about positionals. And it's like, okay, I mean, that's okay in some regards, but otherwise, it's gonna feel too boring. You're just gonna sit there pressing buttons. And I fucking remember World of Warcraft when I was playing an archer. It was the same exact thing. You just fucking press a couple buttons and you just stand there. And that's boring as shit.
I don't think they're gonna remove positionals. The use of positionals is a lot like them using AoE markers. Is to help, like, also keep the DPS basically in line, not be fucking all over the place.
I don't know. It feels like, because they reduced the cooldown on True North, it feels like we're moving toward a delete positionals kind of game. And I get why True North is on such a short cooldown now, but it's probably because they're adding either more transitions or they want fights to be more mobile, which is fine. But I don't know. I see people using True North that just use it because they can to be lazy, and they don't. And then, like, when the actual time comes up to use True North for real, it's gone because they used it already.
And Pi mentioned in the link shell too. They're making positionals less punishing. You're going to end up losing only 20% or 20 potency on monk for missing positionals from the current 40 that we have. And I mean, you think about that, that's quite a bit of damage that is not getting penalized, and it's just going to cause people to be even more lazy.
I don't know what skill is it that it's actually a DPS loss to use on Ninja right now if your ping's too high?
Tenchi
Oh yeah.
Skill, the one on Ninja, the Tenchi.
Yeah, it's the ultimate move for Ninja.
So you just flat out don't use it.
I think I've used it once the entire expansion.
The only time you really use it, it's a very situational thing. You only use it if A, you're at a distance from the boss and they're like doing a big AoE or some shit. B, your Mudra's on cooldown. And C, you really have nothing else to do, then you do it. But for the most part, it's kind of a waste of the gauge. Because you could do the, I call it the baklava move because I don't know how to pronounce it.
Baklava.
I don't know. I feel like there was a greater attention just to DPS in general for this expansion. But maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm wrong because I'm a healer, but I don't know, dude. It all comes down to if they do it right. Because if I could be totally happy with these changes if like we go into the expansion and I don't totally hate my life as a scholar anymore. But if I go in there and I get like level 80 and it turns out I'm bored as shit, then well, fuck. What?
I hope the first dungeon we do, Super, we go in and then the tank gets fucking destroyed because you're trying to DPS.
I'm gonna post.
Was over there like flinging like wet toilet paper at it, being like, eh.
I'm not throwing wet toilet paper at it.
Not yet, but 5.0 you will be.
I'll just bring a pocket dancer with me to buff the hell out of me every time.
Lol.
Xanis said in a link shell here.
You guys need to use the stream chat if you're gonna like try to make comments because I can't see them.
I'll read them off for now, but
I have the HUD disabled.
Machinist will likely be harder, but possibly better contribution. Healers needed balance, so naturally White Mage needed buff, and others needed be reined in. Not sure they did it, but the right way. But they needed to make changes. That's what Xan said.
Yep, sounds pretty accurate to me.
That's another thing I don't quite understand. All these people that are theory crafting about the game, because I literally saw a post the other day that was like 4 pages of the machinist rotation on the subreddit, and I was sitting there like, why would you calculate this? Because they said when they started the media tour, the build they're using for the game for the test build, it's like 4 months old. Why would you try to craft anything out of 4-month-old data?
Because they gotta do something with their, spur.
I don't get it. I just don't. I feel like Machinist is probably going to end up in a really good spot, though, finally, after like 6 billion years.
Because it's now a pet class.
Yeah.
UHP was like, I hate pet classes. Makes everything a pet class.
It makes everything a freaking pet.
What are Warriors going to get? They're going to get a turtle?
Oh, a bunch of fuck all.
You're going to get...
Curious Gorge.
You're just gonna get Curious Gorge that runs off, and he's like, "Watch this shit," and he just like blows up.
You 5 away.
Well, theory crafting Black Mage makes sense to me because Black Mage didn't have any buttons to begin with anyway, so they'll probably not even change. And it's probably the class that's least likely to have any changes. You guys got Xenoglossy, and they're like, yay, more damage for Black Mage, done. Good.
That's the thing that I've kind of noticed, too, with these past 2 expansions. Heaven's Ward, like, most of the classes had, like, major upgrades. I mean, like, all of them. Whereas Stormblood and Shadowbringers now, like, you look at Stormblood, and Ninja got upgraded a little bit. But most of the classes just kind of felt like they didn't get that much of an upgrade. Yeah, Summoner got fucking Bahamut and shit. But a Scholar just got Fey Union at the end of everything. It's just like...
Scholar felt extremely like our gauge was just tacked on at the end because Fey Union is the only thing we use our gauge for, and it's obnoxious. I don't even use Fey Union half the time because the problem with it is that it completely banks on that your tank isn't gonna move. Because if he moves significantly, the tether's just going to go up and I have to cancel the skill and reapply it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a very situational thing, and like I like you, I rarely ever use it.
There's
it's just like I just feel like somebody like looking now at fucking Shadowbringers, Black Mage, even Red Mage too. There's even Samurai. There's not many changes being made to those classes. Just quality of life changes.
Red Mage and Samurai can understand that there's not much change because like they're new.
Yeah, they came out, recently. They're not 1.0 classes.
Yeah, and they weren't like completely unbalanced classes that were fucking broken.
Yeah,
they were good, and they worked on them, and they were all right. So I feel like in Stormblood they really like honed their vision and what they wanted to do, and they've been working all of Stormblood towards that. So Stormblood felt like more of a transition towards Shadowbring.
Except roll actions, obviously, because those are getting blown the fuck away. Hey, I still have rescue, so I'm actually okay with this.
Because you're gonna murder people with that?
I'm gonna rescue people into more Alliance raid cleaves. It'll be great.
Oh no. You're what's wrong with the world, Supa.
Nuh-uh. I don't know. I watched the entire dungeon video for I don't remember the dungeon name, but for the dungeon in the test field.
That garden place.
Yeah, it looked really cool. And I think I don't know. It actually felt more satisfying to watch people do it with trusts than actual players.
The trusts were pretty hilarious. Like Alpha Nodes over there, like being a fucking little bitch walking across this thing, and Alice Sage is, "I'm out of here."
Dude, the one I don't know. The one if they're gonna do mechanics like that for the expansion, I'm fine with that. They need to add more varied mechanics to the game. But dude, there's gonna be someone who hops right on the forums and is like, I can't do this mechanic. I'm permanently cross-eyed in both my eyes, and I can't see.
I can't look at my screen, guys. Why are you playing? How are you playing?
There was someone at I think it was a fan fest like a year or so ago, and they basically said, and like, no offense to them or anything, they said they have like this rare eye disease, and the colorblind filter that the game has helps them, but it doesn't fix the problem. And I think it was Kai that was like, "Hi, I have a question. Can you make me see?"
I mean, TBH, you're nothing in this world. In real life, in any game, there's going to be someone who's going to have an issue with something. You can't please everyone. So I mean,
yeah.
Like, oh, I only have one hand, I only have one finger, I only have one eye. Like, sorry, but you're not the norm. Like, not everything can be catered.
Dude, like, I don't get...
It's problem so specific that you can't. Like, you just can't. It's not viable for anyone.
You want a game where everything is centered around you, then go play your own life, I guess.
I want a game that doesn't have any motherfucking spearfishing.
I can't spearfish, I'm afraid of water.
I literally watched a machinist player back in Heaven's Ward that did like the machinist rotation flawlessly, but he had no hands. He played with his feet.
Yeah, exactly. It's shit like that. Like, I'm over here watching videos of guys who are like, literally, they have no legs, no arms, and they're fucking doing shit that I could never do. And I'm like, what? Like honestly, like, a lot of this is kind of just excuses. Like, you can really do something if you really put your mind to it.
Yeah.
Dude, next time I see a Great Parsing machinist, I'm gonna be like, hey, I saw a guy with no arms play this class better. What's your excuse?
A guy with no arms is better than you.
Wait, did he play on controller or keyboard?
Controller.
Fucking hell.
I feel like the fate system they're adding is really good though, just because fates are finally viable.
Relevant again?
They're not gonna be good.
They're
I don't think they're gonna be good. I feel like they're gonna be somewhat like essential though, for if you want to get certain things.
We're all gonna get like the items and then never do a fate again.
True.
Yeah,
But,
like there
hey-
needs to be like a more like long-term system put in that makes fates.
when I was
Yeah.
watching Ms. Tech's preview of the fate system, there's crafting mats in those shops.
Oh, really?
There's crafting and gathering materials in those shops.
Oh, you know what? You know what they could be bringing back?
What?
That it was in 1.0 where you brought shit to craft for the cities.
Oh no! Oh, Hamlet defense,
Yeah, Hamlet defense. They could be bringing that back.
dude.
Dude, I thought they were bringing that back in Stormblood.
I-
Everyone was saying like, "Oh, that would have been amazing if they had that."
Dude, they have to add Hamlet defense back into the game. That was like the one cool thing about 1.0. I loved Hamlet defense.
Do you mind describing on what that is? Because I don't know what that is.
So in 1.0, there was a system in the game that after I think it was like patch 1.19 or 2, I don't remember the exact patch number, but what would happen essentially is that there were timed intervals where the outer hamlets of city-states would get invaded by beastmen, and there were only 3 cities that did it. They wanted to expand it to all of them, but that never happened. Anyway, so what would happen is the NPCs would appear and say, "We're getting invaded," and you would have to. What you'd have to do is if you were a crafter or a gatherer, you'd have to supply the hamlet with supplies that would like increase barriers and defenses around the hamlet. If you were a battle class, you waited till the invasion started, and then you had to defend the hamlet by yourself. And they would invade, and you could turn the tide of battle mid battle. It was pretty good. If you could lose too, it wasn't easy either because there were level 50 mobs, and the cap was 50, and they beat the shit out of you. They really did.
Yeah, Guild Wars 2 has a Hamlet defense system, in place that still functions really damn.
I was gonna say too. I know, like one of the first games I've encountered that did something like that was Rift. Rift was basically fates that spawned all over the place, but depending on if you succeeded or failed, if you failed or no one showed up to help with it, some of the quest givers got locked off. You couldn't turn in your quests if you completed the quest. And in retrospect, it was a kind of a cool idea. But the problem was that if you were trying to level and like no one was playing at the time, you were basically screwed because you couldn't turn in any of the quests because all the areas would be locked down. They were harder than balls to do by yourself. But yeah, that'd be kind of cool to have for like the city states and stuff like that.
They are still in the game in the form of fates, but they're nothing like they used to be. I'm hoping that they just, since they're incentivizing Fate so much, I just hope they come up with new Fate mechanics. Give me a reason to be in the open world. That's not treasure hunting. Please.
Yeah, because it feels empty. It feels stupid to have those cool places and it just be empty.
Yeah, you go through if you're the average player, you go through the story, you go through all your zones, then you get to endgame, and then you hang out in Rauger's Reach for the rest of your life.
Yeah, basically. I don't like that.
Let me go. I don't know, give me a reason to go back. There's animal weapons and stuff, but it has to be like a good reward, you know?
Yeah, I meant like even like a fetch quest, but like exploration.
Hunts help. Hunts and treasure hunting helps, but I don't know. Crafting and gathering only gets you so far too, but there needs to be actual battle content out
Yeah.
there.
You know what they, as far as the hunts, because we got those 50 hunts and we got the 60 hunts and now the 70 hunts. What they should do with the hunts is scale them to the number of people in the zone at the time when they're engaged. So you don't have like suddenly the thing is dead in 1 second after the call out.
2.0 S ranks intensify. I think, I don't know. It depends on what they do with the 5.0 version or Eureka 2. Because they said they're working on it, but I don't know if they're just going to make it in the open world or if they're going to make it like in its own little zone again. I loved Eureka, but I think it'd be better if we just put it in the open world zones.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Get people to wander away from the fucking cities. Or Rauger's Reach, or whatever that equivalent's gonna be next.
The Crystarium is probably our next one. Because there's no...
I think Crystarium is gonna be like Kogane, though.
No one ever said the endgame hub can't be the same place as the main city.
God, I would
That's
love
true.
that.
That would be great. Not having
Stop
to be
making me
jumping
go to, like,
between places.
We wouldn't have to
Yeah.
teleport around anymore. And it feels like that. Just because... Look at the Crystarium, okay? Look at how cool it is. And they even said we're going to be building up the Crystarium through the Gathering and Crafting quests. So, there's your Mordona, there's your Idleshire, there's your Doman Enclave right there. Done. It's all in one spot. We don't have to teleport around fucking everywhere anymore.
It reminds me of what was the place in World of Warcraft, Burning Crusades. It started with a D. Basically, it was like the main hub for both Alliance and Horde to gather and stuff like that. And I mean, they had portals to go to their home world and stuff like that, and to certain regions. I could see it becoming that, but then in future expansions, it's just going to be somewhat irrelevant because that's exactly what happened in World of Warcraft when Wrath of the Lich King came out. That was when I last played. Like, it was a dead place again. Just going to turn it out to be just like Idleshire, Mordona, etc.
See, but I enjoyed watching Idleshire and Mordona progress. And we did spend a lot of time there. A whole lot of time.
I agree, but the thing is like right now, not too many people visit there anymore. Like, there's only a couple reasons to go there, and that's it.
Custom deliveries, the vendors, script exchange, tombstone vendors, animal weapon, and
Mordona's kind of busy. Idleshire not so much.
Mordona's only busy because it's in the overworld. It's part of the area.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's what they wanted to do with Idleshire too, but they're like, oh no, PS3 limitations. And
PlayStation always ruins everything.
that got taken out. And I don't understand why they did the same thing with Rauger's. Why isn't Rauger's just sequestered to its little area?
PS4 limitation.
Master Race.
Idleshire is only busy on Tuesdays because resets. Yep, the crafting stuff resets.
But, I mean, Idleshire, yeah, but Ishgard's dead. If they would have made Ishgard the Idleshire, Ishgard wouldn't be as dead as it is.
Oh,
So it's like an entire city and it's just empty.
it's a ghost town, yeah. And I would have loved it if that place was like busier.
I'm pretty sure
It's
that's
also
Yeah.
confusing as hell to get around into.
I'm pretty sure that's the
not laid out
point
there.
of the firmament of us rebuilding that. Because if the firmament turns out to be like its own area and not a housing ward, it's probably gonna be like way different. Like if we really if they could 3 billion IQ us and make the firmament the endgame hub for Shadowbringers, and we just never expected it coming. And then that would instantly revitalize Ishgard because you have to go to the firmament to do anything you want in endgame in Shadowbringers.
As cool as that sounds, that'd be annoying as.
Very.
What?
I would probably chop off my dick in protest.
Damn, son.
Send it to Yoshi P in a box.
It's a dick in the box.
Super, if you have candy in your mouth, I'm gonna throat punch you and make you choke on it. I don't have candy in my mouth.
It's a cough drop, isn't it?
No. I don't have anything in my
it?
mouth.
Sounds like you got a dick
It sounds
in
like
your
you have like a dick stuck in your mouth.
mouth. You got a penis in your mouth, son.
No.
Come on now, spit it out.
Spit it out, Super. Come on. Come on, put it out.
No.
Come on.
No. I'd rather play. I'd rather quit Scholar first.
Fucking LOL.
It's gonna happen in about like what?
It's gonna happen in 4 weeks.
No.
Super's gonna become a summoner.
Hey, there's less mess if you swallow pie. That's not funny.
Wow.
Wow.
That
Damn.
just made me sick.
Why? That's weak, Simbo.
Wow.
Damn.
You guys are over here making fun of me, and Kai's over here like, drink it.
Drink it. Or snowball it.
Nutritious.
Dude,
It's got proteins.
I was about to
Oh
say
my
it's
God.
full of protein.
Oh my god.
oh, stop! My
The
innocent
protein
virgin
shake.
ears.
It's a wonder why more women aren't, or I guess most gay men are pretty muscular.
Yeah, exactly. The protein.
Protein.
Hold on, let me get my protein shake, guys.
Oh no.
Hey,
Gotta
bro,
work,
I need.
gotta work for it a little bit, but man, that's it adds extra effort to it.
Hey, bro, I need more protein. Can you lend me one?
No.
Hit me up with the
Alright,
shot of
bro.
that protein, bruh.
God, I just need it all over my mouth tonight, bro.
No.
Meanwhile, at Twitch Company,
I'm getting banned over here.
So I didn't watch any of the shit from the live letter or like the media tour. So like, what's Dark Knight getting the new like dark person?
It's getting Frey, who's gonna be
Yeah.
like a pet.
Yeah.
Oh, so now Dark's a pet class. Dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, everything's a pet class now.
Everything's a pet class. Pet bringers.
Basically.
I'm still not over them. Everyone posting Soundbringers and during the live letter. Soundbringers.
So what happened with all that?
So I don't know what happened, but they set up in a church somewhere, and the problem was they couldn't get game audio. So, like, Foxclon was sitting there testing the sound like a solid half hour or so before they started, and they just couldn't get game audio. So they kept testing it, and they kept like blowing our ears out on stream, and everyone was just freaking out. And this intern kept coming up trying to fix it, and they couldn't fix it. And Lufkin was like, they're in a church, so the soundboard's probably like 2 billion years old. So all you hear was at these weird intervals, and even the poor translator was sitting there on stream like covering her ears and like crying. And at one point when they
Someone screamed.
I got a highlight. It's somewhere, and I uploaded it to the YouTube channel too. It's they showed the roll action trailer, and I was like, "There's gonna be no sound, isn't there?" And there wasn't any sound.
Fucking rip.
And they took the stream offline, and then they put the placeholder image back up on screen. So they just took it down. Like, they came back and they're like, "Hold on, we don't have audio for our video now." And then they
my God.
they went back on break, and the translator, this poor translator, she just said into the mic, "So we don't have any sound of any kind now, so all we can do is pray." And Foxconn was just in the back like, "Oh, I'm pretty sure he was trying to calm Yoshida down because the poor guy, the whole live letter, he looked like he was ready to explode. He looked like he was ready to like bust a blood vessel live on stream. At one point, he was just like, "Fuck it, we're using the microphone to pick up the game audio."
Oh my god.
And this always fucking happens. It's always some technical difficulty.
I was
Weren't they hiring like a technician right after the thing they put up an ad for?
Nah, that was fake.
the main subreddit was like, "They fired him, he's dead." It was not a good time, but we got some good reveals out of it. I don't know. What do you guys think about Hrothgar and Vera's character creation?
Vera are cool. Hrothgar. Shit.
The Hrothgar are not as customizable as I thought they were gonna be.
Yeah, me either. I was gonna give them a shot if they were like really cool to make, but you can't choose hairstyles. You can't choose any color you want.
Yeah.
It's like everyone will look the same.
I'm probably gonna do Hrothgar, but I am kind of disappointed with the customization because like it's a lot like like when Al Ra came out, like the faces are paired with the
horns, yeah.
and it's like I really hated that, and that's the same way with Hrothgar. The hair is paired with the face as well, and the only real thing you can change is like the teeth and the fur style, I guess, like the markings.
Yeah.
Back. That's about it. Like everything else is pretty static.
Do you think
everything else just the nose goes a little bit up, a little bit down.
Yeah, just a little bit up. But the default is like the best one anyway, so it's like whatever. All the other ones make you look like you have Down syndrome or something.
Do you guys think they'll add it in post or nah?
I hope so.
I kind of hope that with the additional hairstyles we got in the game, like those will affect you. But I'm actually a little bit worried about that.
I don't know. Do you think like because they're adding headpieces for Hrothgar as we go? Do you think they could possibly just add hairstyles at a later date?
I hope they do. I mean, the dev team worked on it behind Yoshida's back, so I mean, I'm sure they'll do something else.
I feel like they're taking on too much work. That's just my opinion, though, because it feels like Vera and Hrothgar were like, again with the split attention thing. They wanted to try something new with Hrothgar, but they knew if they didn't add Vera at all, everyone was going to have a catastrophic meltdown and scream they were unsubbing on the main forums.
Yeah, but that happens like every other week anyway, so I mean, I would just ignore that.
So do you think they should have just not put Vera in at all and just added Hrothgar's?
Well, what they probably should have done was actually go in with the male and female Vera, like they originally planned, like, 2 years ago?
In Heaven's Word, that was the original plan.
Yeah, like, I think they should have probably gone with that, and then maybe add male and female Hrothgar at a later date.
Hrothgar just feel really fucking rushed. Like, they don't feel like complete actual characters.
Yeah.
It's just like, there. Have that. Choose your face and that's it. You can't choose your hair, your colors are weird. You can be fucking Pikachu if you want, but that's it.
Yeah, you can be fucking Pikachu?
Yeah,
you can make a
dude,
Pikachu.
They gave you the full color palette when you're choosing your fur colors, so you could make yourself whatever you want. I saw someone, and this is kind of racist. They went on the shitposting some, and they just made a thread titled "Wakanda Forever," and it's just a black Hrothgar screaming. Oh no!
Damn it. I'm gonna make a really Mexican Hrothgar.
Oh no!
Just make him fully brown.
Sombrero.
Dude, isn't there a sombrero in game or something that looks like a sombrero?
No.
Oh.
I mean, you could get the old,
need a sombrero.
the Western hats. They're in game. There's plenty of them.
Do that.
I'm pretty sure someone on the dev team is a fan of cowboys because there's so many cowboy hats in the game.
Are there any ponchos?
Yeah,
There is,
that
yeah.
poncho thing from Heaven's Ward.
Oh, yeah. I remember that one now.
There is one thing that was just really disappointing about the Rothgar. I did not like the fact that I could not alter their waist size.
You want it to
Yeah,
be want it to be a rail or
But not a rail, but like they're for their posture, they look really fucking thick.
They do.
Yeah.
And like not thick in a good way. It's like that looks more like fat than it does like muscle. Which the Rothgar are supposed to be more. You know, they're Thundercats, right? They're muscular. They're animalistic. So they're going to be beefy. I understand that, but they just look fat rather than like muscular thick to me.
they look fat. I don't
They
think
chunky boys.
I don't think they look fat, but I don't know. I feel like there's gonna be changes to both Vera and Hrothgar as we go because with everything that's going on and that letter from the producer, the first one we've had in like 3 or 4 years, where he had to go out there and apologize on the official subreddit. I mean, official forums. I was like flabbergasted. I was like, I thought we were done making these. I didn't think we were gonna make any more.
Over?
He basically was like, okay, you guys need to settle down. Here is why we're not getting male Vieira.
Oh, that.
The pie said they're weightlifter body shaped, not bodybuilder shaped. Oh, they're that guy who goes to the gym and they're like, I lift all day, and then the actual bodybuilders are like, you came here for 20 minutes and then left.
LOL.
So yeah, Tiru's like, there's strongmen versus the gym bunny. I don't know.
I think it's going to be weird because I've had the exact same character for, what, 3-4 years now? So since I've been switching to Vera, it's going to be...
You cut out, Ophi.
Yeah, you cut out at the end.
Damn it! Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I said it's going to be kind of weird because I've been, in Ellison for, what, 3-4 years? It's going to be weird switching to Vieira.
Yeah, and I'm sticking with Ellison because
The complete shift says they're not because their legs are disproportionately small like every other male race in the game. The glutes too. I don't know. It feels like wait, what's bigger? Are Rogadin bigger or are Hrothgar bigger than Rogadin?
Rogadin are bigger.
I think Rogadin are bigger, yeah. I think they really want to keep Rogadin the biggest.
Are they?
Yeah.
Are they? I don't feel like they're. Vera are the tallest if you count their ears.
they're not truly tall.
I think, yeah, but I think the official scale, Femros are taller than Vieira.
Yeah, they are. The rows are bigger than any male and female are bigger than any
Yeah.
other race, and taller.
Okay.
Which is like the only thing they have in their favor. They have to keep that. Otherwise, nobody would be a fucking row.
There's already, almost nobody plays them.
Yeah, only like Fembros and Balmon.
Femros stand in solidarity.
Oh my god.
That post still gets me to this day.
That was so funny.
Someone from Reddit showed them. Did they?
Yeah, they have a scale. They have a scale.
Did they show
comparing all of them.
both the Hrothgar and the Vieira?
Yes, they do. Let me see if I can go find it.
Can we
and
find
I'll
it?
put here.
Let's do it live. Let's find it.
Give me 1 second. I'll try and find it. Yeah, they compared all the races, and then they compared all the males and all the females.
Let's do it live.
I'm
on
surprised
stream.
it wasn't tagged as a low effort post and removed.
LOL.
Dude, let's not get into the gripes we have with the official Reddit here because that's a topic for another day. We'll have that podcast one day, I promise.
We'll have that right the fuck now.
Tira, what did you just try to post? Hold on. Check the link.
Here you go. Here's the link. I'm gonna put it in the chat here.
Yeah, you can't post.
There's a female.
Here,
Find the
let's
male.
do it live. Let's just pull this up right now.
And then here's the male. Let me find all the race. Or no, actually, yeah, this should be fine. I think there was a race comparison.
Here, I think I have. Yeah, I have the stream set up to show you guys the other browser. Let me just find it here.
No, Aurora are taller than Hrothgar too.
There it is. Okay, yeah, Aurora
True giraffe.
are taller than Hrothgar.
Maybe I need to become a
Let's-
Rogan.
Let's see the Vera. Yeah, see, Vera are technically the tallest if you count the ears, but if you don't, then Rose are taller. I hate Lalafels in both of these pictures, though.
Because they're literally the fuck. They're just potatoes. That's all they are.
I hate them. They're so tiny. The males actually look okay. Then you have a Lalafell, a literal child.
All right, you guys want to hear a conspiracy theorist?
What?
Oh,
Or a conspiracy theory?
What?
Yoshi P likes Lalafells because he has a lowly cock.
No.
Oh
No.
no.
Think about it. All the pieces are there.
Oh,
It fits
no.
together like a.
Dude, I feel like whoever designed Elizin did not have their head on straight, honestly.
Why?
Because their run animation looks like their backs are broken, and the male and females have varying height differences, even if you max them out.
Well, that's the same with Aurora.
But
Oh, right.
Al-Ra has dichotomy, though. I mean, whatever it's called. Their race is supposed to be like that. There's no explanation for why Elizin can be way shorter or way taller depending on their gender.
I guess it's true.
As a giraffe, I can say that we need to be tall so that we can eat the leaves off the trees.
I'm not saying you can't be tall, but I don't know. In terms of character creation, it just doesn't make sense for a female Elizin max height to be such a different degree than a male Elizin that's max height. I don't know.
I should go back to being an Elizin.
Anyway, what
Because
about?
women are shorter. Ooh woo.
Oh my god.
Ooh,
Anyway,
That's how fucking Japan thinks.
the role quests. What do you guys think they're gonna make us do in there? Are we gonna get a whole dungeon where we have to do everything to continue down our job quests?
Probably. Oh,
Yeah.
you know what'd be great?
What?
You know what'd be fucking great? The last boss in there is fucking Matt.
What is? Oh no, no! I don't want to fight Ma.
That'd be fucking great.
No,
That'd be fucking great. I would love that.
Wait, fight who?
Mott from FF11.
He was the scariest motherfucker in that game.
You're back. Gotta look that up.
So
Mott?
okay, so Matt, he was an old dude, but you needed to, in order to get to, at the time when I played, and every time afterwards, in order to get to max level, you would have to fight him one-on-one. And the thing about the fight was that he was always the class that you were, and he was literally always better than you, and you would have to beat him.
That sounds great.
AAT.
So if you like, and the thing about it in Final Fantasy XI was that he was not only he was your class. So if you went in there as red mage, he was a red mage. He had all red mage abilities, but he was also a subclass monk. So imagine like he'd cast Cure 4 while also fucking wiping your face with his fucking fist.
He was always subclassed as monk.
He was always subclass as monk.
What if you went in as a monk?
He was just monk then. Just monk.
He was a monk.
But he would 100 fist your face, so I mean, like... And the thing about fighting him was that you couldn't fight him in conventional methods, right? What you had to do against him was very specific, and there was literally more or less one way of beating him. You couldn't beat him in any other way for your class. Like for Red Mage, you would have to go in, cast Sleep on him, cast like Bind and Gravity on him, and then nuke him within 5 seconds and hope it kills him. If you can't kill him in 5 seconds, you're basically dead. And it was the same way with other classes as well. Like you would have to go in and like pray you beat him in like less than 10 seconds just to win. If you couldn't do that, you couldn't get to max level. You were stuck. And the other thing about it was that you would have to collect an item to just fight him. And upon fighting him, you'd lose that item. So you'd have to go back and get that item again.
Your sub job was disabled too. Pearl said White Mage was funny because all you had to do was survive like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So speaking of FF11, how long do you think it's going to be until we get a Shantoto trust in Fort?
Oh, that'd be so badass.
It's
Well,
just-
she'd have to travel back over here, though.
It's just gonna be.
But there's like 8 different Shantotos in 11 now.
Yeah, that's true.
We should just make Teteru our Shantoto and just be done.
Oh my gosh.
She's gonna drop more AoEs on us like she did back in Risen Temple.
Oh, God.
Well, the Black Mage quest kind of has Shintono.
Isn't it Shatoto? Like,
Yeah,
it's not Shantoto.
Shatoto, but
It's
it's like-
Shatoto.
She's like the most badass Black Mage in existence.
Do you guys think that the I don't know. What do you guys think about Gunbreaker's Super Bull-Eyed?
I think that meme with the giraffe where they, behold, I am also a tank. Boom. Fuck! I think that meme applies very well to Gunbreaker's ability.
I don't know, Gunbreaker's abilities looked very fast-paced in the footage we got, but the only thing that worries me is that they're gonna be a DPS class now. Because if I could go fast, I legit swear to God this is true. I saw someone post skill speed might be meta for Gunbreaker, and I was like, no, stop.
That'd be pretty funny. Not gonna lie.
Well, I guess I'm gonna have to go Gunbreaker then if Warrior's not gonna be fun.
Gunbreaker does look pretty fun though. Like, but
It
it
does.
seems it's the toolkit it has seems kind of weak compared to Paladin or Dark Knight at the moment.
I think it's supposed to be that way, just because Paladin is one end of the spectrum. Dark Knight looks cool. That's about all I got.
Anything's gonna be better than Warrior.
Yeah, Warriors.
Yeah, everything. Warriors had like 4 years of the limelight. It's time to give it up.
No.
Yeah, get out of there, War.
Curious, you're gonna show up to your job quest as a warrior in 5.0 and it's just gonna be Curious Gorge crying.
Now, one thing about the tank ability, I don't understand. Does it like it reads like it's gonna drop your HP to 1, and then
It
you're
does.
It does.
Okay.
It drops you to 1, and then you get hollowed for like 15 seconds.
Okay. I guess after you pop that region on yourself and just pray to God you live. I guess.
Wouldn't it make more sense to pop the regen then hit Super Bull-Eyed? Or am
No.
You want the ticks to go off as soon as possible.
Yeah, you want the ticks to go off as soon as possible, but you want them to go off as with your HP down.
Does Aurora have an initial hit on it, or is it just a regen? I don't remember.
I don't remember.
Oh,
I think it's. I don't know.
I think it might have an initial hit to it.
I thought it was just a region.
I don't know. And I might be thinking of curing Waltz because that's off the global cooldown. Yeah, who gave Dancer a free 60-second heal?
Who gave Summoner a fucking Medica too?
You don't have a Medica 2.
Yeah, we do.
In the form of Phoenix,
Yeah.
it's
It's
Better than
Medica
what Scholar
too.
had.
It's a Medica too, and I'm a little bit butthurt about that. Like, I don't understand what was the rationale behind that. It would have been better if it was like a shield, like, you know, maybe a 20 potency shield. Sure, whatever. But a Medica, like, I don't understand why. Not even lore reasons why.
20 potency for 20 seconds. That's what Pi said. They're
Would
doing
have been
it.
good if it would have been like a free raise.
They've
Just
been
like one free raise.
Yeah, like a free raise, that'd be cool, or like a free, like, maybe 500 cure potency on like one party member. I'd be
Yeah.
fine with that.
they're making you heal so the healers don't have to heal.
Yeah, because fucking healers are gonna be dead all the time.
They're gonna be removed in 6.0.
I mean, if I have a higher healing than an actual healer through Phoenix on FFX IV logs, I'm just gonna kill someone.
Yo, what if they're planning on getting rid of Scholar altogether?
No,
They're phasing it out.
don't say that.
LOL. Scholar becomes time mage.
No.
Scholar's a crafter class.
No,
Yeah.
don't do that to my boy. You'll slaughter him. Pi said make
I
it a
do want a new crafting class.
Pi said make it a
Same.
temporary raise for 30 seconds or as long as Phoenix
Yeah.
is out.
Yeah, temporary re-raise on a random party member. Like, that'd be, you know, anything like that. Anything that'd be lore-wise significant for Phoenix, which is basically just raising people. from
Raise,
the dead.
yeah.
But, like, we get a Medica. Like, I don't know. I just don't think that fits. And a lot of people are butthurt about Phoenix, too, because they're all like, well, Alice was like, we gotta keep this quiet. We can't let people know Luis Suarez is a Phoenix. And then here at 5.0, here you go, here's Phoenix. Everyone knows.
Lol.
It's like, I guess.
Tyrion said Scholar has to die so Geomancer can live.
Damn.
Oof.
Time Mage and Geomancer are going to be fused into one class. I'm calling it now. Because they both use Earth magic.
You know what else? They could bring in haste into the equipments this patch.
They
So
already
did it in Eureka.
Don't we already have it?
Not as equipment.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about equipment.
They could
Gunbreaker meta with haste equipment.
hasten spell skill speed melded.
Yeah, I mean, fucking 1 second cooldowns. Let's fucking go.
Dude, because you can't meld strength anymore, I just thought about this. Tenacity might finally be meta.
Maybe. Well, tenacity is also supposed to like be a defense and an offense, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like,
it's
your defense
both.
and attack.
It's both. But you
So
can't.
it's kind of like how Piety is going to be meta now.
I hate that. I don't want to use piety.
That makes me laugh so hard.
That's so stupid.
I'm actually gonna wonder if I have to like build around piety for summoner.
Summoner
I'm
has
actually-
to meld.
Like I'm
Piety.
actually wondering. Like that's something I'm gonna have to like think about melding.
I mean, you don't have Aetherflow anymore, so
Yeah, I don't. That's the thing. That's why I'm wondering. Like, do I have to build around piety too?
Wait, they don't have Aetherflow anymore?
no, they took Aetherflow away from Summoner.
Oh shit! How do you get?
It's not completely away. Like you still get.
You,
Like,
It doesn't
force
work the
that.
same way.
But
they let Summoner take energy drain, and they just factored Aetherflow into it. But you
Yeah.
you don't get the free MP anymore, not like you used to. It's not a
Well, the purpose-
Summoner didn't need that much MP anyways,
Yeah.
unless they had to like raise.
Yeah. But then again, like the summoner changes have made so that if the summoner dies, he's not penalized so heavily now.
Yeah.
Which fucking thank God for that.
you gotta restart your 2-year long rotation again.
Yeah, basically. And actually now, I think the rotation is like less than a minute just to get into Phoenix now. So, it's pretty viable now with fucking trick attack and shit like that.
Will Ninja be OP? Probably.
Oh, yeah.
I'm looking forward to that one.
Ninja looks really cool.
Keep it down.
You run around like slapping my dick in everyone's face, like, ah, look out!
Both of them, because you get a shadow now.
I've had an erection for more than 4 hours.
No. I really like how the new areas look, but if they're just gonna be like how Stormblood's ones went, I'm not gonna be too thrilled about that.
El Meg looks amazing.
Il Mag looks really cool. I'm excited for that.
I'm like purposefully like not looking at everything just so I can like be like shocked and like awed once I see it.
Yeah,
On the
that's kind of what I'm doing as well. I just
Same.
really wanted to see the summoner changes, or the pet changes, I should say.
Where's
which is
my-
apparently every class.
Philo walks into every update and expansion like, where's my monthly summoner buffs?
Yeah, where are my monthly summoner buffs, Yoshi P? I didn't get jack shit this expansion.
What if okay, this would be hilarious. What if we go into the expansion and healers are just so bad that they renege on their decision and they just give them their DPS back?
Lol.
Lol.
Didn't they do that
You're
once?
in the bargaining phase of acceptance there, buddy.
No.
Yeah.
Bargaining phase.
No, but they did that before.
Yeah, they did do that before.
They did.
They did because Scholar's heal potency was such crap that XCOG wasn't even worth using, and we didn't have any AoE DPS, and so they're like, here's Miasma 2 and a potency buff for XCOG. Now go away.
So see, Supa's already been through denial and anger and depression. Now he's on to bargaining, and then after this is acceptance. So
No.
he's almost there, guys.
Just got 4 more weeks.
I'm never gonna get through this phase.
It's okay, buddy. You'll get there.
Just play summoner. It's already
No,
gonna be
I don't.
level.
I don't like Summoner. I don't
What do
like.
you mean? Well, you'll
He
like
doesn't
it now.
wanna deal with this.
I don't.
You'll like it now at 5.0.
God damn it! I'm gonna go.
You should
He
really
doesn't
go
wanna deal
into
with the
playing Red
PTSD.
Mage.
I'm gonna go play Dancer and die.
Please don't.
Dancer looks
Dancer.
cool.
Dancer looks really cool. The advanced step and technical step are really nice looking.
Here's the thing, though. Everyone and their mom is going to be playing that class.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm
gotta
staying
have-
away from it, like I
you
did
have-
with Samurai.
Dual dancers and fucking party finder. Every dungeon. Just think about that.
They,
You know what I just realized?
they just buff each other, and it's just an endless.
Yeah,
loop of
basically.
I only have one job that was added in an expansion to max level. I have never leveled any of the other new classes to max. Why?
Dark Knight?
Yeah, Dark is the only one I have at max level. Like I never really liked Astro or Machinist. You know, I think I unlocked I unlocked Red Mage and Salmon. That's everything else is just base game.
Zena says Dancer will be one of the more difficult jobs to play along with Machinist. Bard will be there for DPS.
I thought Bard got like.
Bard got shafted this expansion.
Yeah, that's what I keep hearing. How did he get
Yeah.
shafted?
Because what happened is, you know what happened to Astro? Like, remember, because like they're the middle ground, Bard's the middle ground in this situation.
Oh, okay.
Dancers for buffs, Machinist is for DPS. Bard can do both, but not as good as the other two. So you're stuck. You're stuck between the two.
Gotcha.
They really do need to just get it over with and add the fourth role of support and just be done with it and just
The meta of this game, the meta of jobs will never truly die until each class role has 4 jobs in it. Look at melee DPS. That meta's dead. It's dead, other than LOL Samurai, but you get the idea there. And casters, I mean, all the casters are pretty viable, but, dude, no one wants to take a red mage if they're not progressing. I mean, progging. And who... Like, we'll need to see. Because if we go into the next expansion and Gunbreaker just turns out to be totally, like, broken or dumb, and then it's going to be stuck in the same thing like what happened with Astro in 3.0.
Oh, man.
Broken for half the expansion and then finally picked back up and fixed.
Oh, broken in like a good way or a bad way?
Bad way. Remember, no one even took Astros into Alexander because their potencies were so weak and because they could do both regen and shields.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And they had MP management issues. Do you remember that? They couldn't manage their MP because they didn't have mana regen. We didn't have Lucid. You had to draw a Ewer or have a Bard in the party.
I do remember that, actually.
MP was terrible in Heaven's Word for Astro.
That's right, I remember that.
I remember some of the meta like parties would take Astros, but they would like have them stacked with like mega elixirs and stuff to try to get MP in the event that they can't draw yours and refreshes on cooldown.
Well, I remember a couple Savage groups, like, they brought a Bard with, but they made them purposely meld Piety, so that way they can play Mage's Ballad and basically be an MP battery.
Fucking rip.
Oh yeah, there were plenty of Philo, someone you guys were not progging with, but you guys were friends with back in Heaven's Ward during the first tier. They had one of the guys, I don't remember his name, but his girlfriend, he just admitted, yeah, we took her along because she's a bard and we just made her meld Piety for mana.
I think I remember. I don't remember their names though.
I remember that though, because you asked him, is she any good, and he was like, mana battery.
Oh yeah. I don't remember their names though. But yeah, I remember that. Yeah, because I remember asking I remember I was looking at because I had them in a party once, and their DPS was not that great, and so I was like, are they good in raid? Because they're not that great outside of raid, and then they just wanted her for the MP battery.
Was it Dova and his girlfriend?
No, it was someone different.
Oh.
This was like the pre-Dova era.
This is the before time.
But
this was before Limmel and Ash.
So yeah, it was. Hold on. How do I word this? If the new classes come out and they're actually not busted to the point where everybody's either A, playing them because they're overpowered, or B, no one's playing them because they're broken, I'll be happy. But this will be time number 3 or 4 this has happened. Get your balancing done before the expansion drops. Is everybody on the battle team asleep? You guys design Ultimate, but you can't balance a class for content with the other ones.
I think the big issue is that they shift people within the development team around to do different things when they really should just have them do one fucking thing. Like that one lady who did fucking coils. They never brought her back for Savage and shit. She was the best story writer, but they didn't throw her into stories. They had her do something else.
She's in charge of the story overall. I forget her name, but she's basically the story manager, and she just okays the story as it comes in from the writing team.
She should be on the writing team
when they want to do a section of story they think should be really good, they make her write it, because she wrote Coils, and I don't think she wrote anything else up until the Azim step in Stormblood.
Isn't she writing Shadowbringers MSQ?
Yes, she's in charge of the MSQ this time, which I am very excited about.
Because the Coils and Azim Step are my favorite part. Azim Step is my favorite quest line from Stormblood.
To be fair, though, a lot of the 1.0 team that wrote was still on the team by the time 3.0 rolled around. And 1.0 story, it was good. It was really good. But the problem there being the game was not fun and broken. But the 1.0 story was great. That's why Heaven's Word was such a good one, because Yoshida was finally like, okay, guys, we fixed the game. Let's actually make a good story. Because ARR was not fun. I mean, not entertaining. But she's in charge of writing the Shadowbringers MSQ this time, so I'm excited. But I'm pretty sure that just means it's going to be like how it's been before. And like she's in charge of general direction this time, which is probably a good thing. But they're probably still going to have the same writing team, just write bits and pieces of it, and she's going to have to okay it. I just hope it's good.
I hope it's, yeah.
Yeah, basically.
I know it. I honestly really think it is gonna be good. 'Cause
I have very high expectations.
it feels very finest, like Final Fantasy. Like it doesn't feel like, oh, we're gonna go fight a civil war with no magic. Just like we'll go save Japan.
We'll go save Japan. I mean, yeah, basically that was Rauger's Reach in a nutshell.
Yeah, like
No. It was, we're gonna go save the Middle East. Oh no, we can't save the Middle East right now. Let's go save Japan instead. Oh no, we can't save Japan. Let's go save China. Okay, we saved China. Let's go save Japan now. Okay, we saved Japan. Okay, let's go save.
And now we're in another world. Now we're on Mars.
And now we gotta go save the Middle East again. And then you go save.
I do love that the way they found to like get away from all of this was literally sending us to another world.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
They
sure
were like, fuck this. We're gonna make it better, and you're gonna go into another fucking world.
I'm pretty sure they figured out having Garlemald as the final setting of the whole story arc was not a great idea. But it was too late in the cycle to change that, because can you imagine
their cop out?
Can you imagine how much ground they would have to cover if we defeated Garlemald, the Asians, and established Eorzea as the dominant power on Aldenard?
Yeah, fucking this backwater continent that everyone calls fucking hillbillies, and we come out on top. Like what?
the South will rise again. Wait, does that mean we have pickup trucks now?
I'm pretty sure this is their way of fixing that, because it wouldn't make sense for us to take on the Gurlian Empire and just be able to do it.
Steamroll them.
Because this is it's a country that literally conquers entire continents with just one legion. So
yeah.
We've defeated what, like 3-4 of them. The 6th is gone. Yeah. The 7th is gone. The 12th is gone, and there's one more that's missing.
We've obliterated quite a few of them. And made some of them go suicidal.
Hey, the 6th was completely like pure luck because Zervan wiped them all out.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't make sense for us just to walk in there and be like, hey, yo, we're just gonna roll over your crappy other 6-7 legions that are still existing. So
we also got Nero on our side.
Yeah, so I'm thinking we're gonna go to the 1st and we're just gonna recruit a whole nother world to fight for us.
Lol.
Mark my words, 6.0 will start with us throwing wide the gates, and the entire 1st just charges out to meet Garlemald on the fields of battle.
Oof.
Just fucking oof.
Harshafon's version of the 1st will lead the charge.
Oh my god.
No!
Oh my god. What if we come across a Harshaphon version on the 1st who's evil?
That would hurt me so much.
Don't you fucking give them any ideas.
Something I did notice in the thingy, in the life letter, is that the Warriors of Darkness were from the 1st, but on the 1st Lalas are a beast tribe, so the Lala White Mage was actually a beast tribe dwarf, and on the life letter, they actually put a white mage dwarf with the whole dwarf armor, which is pretty cool.
They kind of explained that back during the Warriors of Darkness quest line. So what happened is the Warriors of Darkness died. Like, they died on the first. They're not who they once were, and they only were able to come here by possessing other people. The Lalafell is actually a 1.0 retainer that used to exist, and she's been possessed by a Warrior of Darkness, and that's why she's like that.
That's pretty cool.
Interesting.
But because if you rewatch the Warrior of Darkness cutscene, Urianger figures it out, and it takes Alpha Node like an extra 10 seconds to do it, and it's like, you killed yourselves? And they're like, yeah.
Oh, that's right. I remember that. Yeah, I forgot about that quest line. Even then, there's fucking dwarves, and Lalas are not real people in the first.
I'd play a dwarf, not a fucking Lalafell though. I'd play a dwarf though.
Lalafell have no rights on the first.
Guys, I'm gonna be an elf.
Oh my god. You mean you're gonna be a giraffe?
True. No, I already am a giraffe. Elves are subtype.
Pi brought up a good point. She said we can barely even beat Xenos at the moment, and he has insta-res. The first is just our training arc,
Well, I mean, we did kill him. We killed him as Shinryu.
but not as an Asian.
No, well, I mean that's an Asian. Like, we just need to get fucking what's his name, the gunbreaker guy in our world. Fuck, the guy who rescued
Bankrupt?
Alpha Node. No.
Gaius.
Oh,
Gaius.
Yeah.
Fucking Gaius, like in the cutscenes, Gaius has over like fucking like medals over there on his fucking like sidearm with all the masks, like fucking 20 different masks over there. Like, holy shit, man.
Well, and we've beaten an Asian before too, so
Yeah, but all the times we beat an Asian, it was some kind of gimmick.
Dude, we pulled all those wins against Asians out of our ass, like every single
Yeah.
one of them.
like
Yeah,
how
someone usually dies.
Brita. Fucking
Yeah, someone-
Brita just got obliterated.
She got fucking obliterated. Yeah, it's always a gimmick, and then someone has to die for us to beat an Asian.
I kind of forgot about that. Won't lie.
We barely beat Fordola, and she's not even an Asian.
Yeah.
We only won because Urianger was like, "Hey fam, I exist still. Take this." It's the most random thing too. You go the whole arc without seeing him since you leave at like level 61, and then he just shows back up in the locks at level 69. It's just,
And the first time we beat an Asian, we had to use the fucking Heidelin's power, and then Midgard Stormlord got angry at us for doing that.
Hey, so question: if the first is our training arc, who's gonna be the new Mr.
Mr. What?
Mr. What?
Mr. Popo?
Mr. Popo?
Oh, Mr. Popo.
Oh.
Mr.
yeah.
Popo.
I don't know, cause like I guess it's gonna be that mysterious cat boy, right? That's bringing us over, right? I guess
It
that's
probably is Rahatia.
Grahatia.
Because I mean, what I'm curious though is like who's gonna be our main villain over there? Like it's got to be a Sin Eater, right?
It's probably gonna be that Innocence.
The villain over there is probably like Heidelin or something.
Maybe.
Because
Well, I think Innocence is gonna be a trial, actually.
Innocence will be, yeah, it's gonna be a trial. But I don't know. The world's being destroyed by light. So Xena said Evil Tateru is the final boss.
LOL.
But we've never seen anything get destroyed by light before that's bad per se.
Yeah.
I do
Because-
love that it feels like Final Fantasy 13 too, where like the world's ending, so everyone's just fat,
Everyone's just evil.
partying. Yeah.
Yo, why can't we make fat cat boys? I would be totally down for that.
Oh my god.
New raisins, new raisins 6.0. Hey, we
Fat quote.
we added fat cotes instead of male Vera. Please look forward to it.
Dude,
The
I would approve of that. I approve. Stamp of approval.
Dude, the body positive people and the gays would have a fight. And we know who would win that fight.
Oh my god.
The ham beasts.
No. Have you ever seen an angry gay fight a fat person? Like, they just destroy him with words, they explode.
Dude, they just got like they just got their roller scooters and everything. It's like run up
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh my god.
fucking hover rounds and shit.
I need to buy myself one of those.
A hover round?
Yeah,
Why?
because I'm gonna retire here in like a little while.
Oh my god.
I'm so old. My giraffe
old
legs
man.
can't carry me much farther.
You're gonna need a brace for your neck to keep it upright.
Yeah.
Got like scaffolding along it.
I don't think there's did we cover I think we got everything that's important. I didn't want to go over battle changes because then we'd be here for 2 billion years. You guys want to talk about how Faux Requiem is gone? No.
Lol. Get fucking wrecked.
No more using refresh at the beginning of a pull to boost my opener anymore.
Lol. I think Summoner can use Dreadworm Trance at the opener, lol.
You're just gonna pop Dreadworm Trance immediately and throw it
Just
up.
go straight to bomb with like 2 seconds later.
I am sad that Dismantle is gone. Machinist had some pretty nice debuff
I'm the
effects.
same.
They should give those back to him, honestly. They should get Dismantle back. Because
But you know why? You know why they're doing that? Because they're making everything hit harder, and they want healers to actually heal.
well, see, the other thing is Dismantle stacks really well with Addle. And I'm pretty sure that's why Dismantle's going away and they're keeping Addle. Because if you dismantle Addle a tank buster, it does not hurt that much. You can just use any mitigation skill and it will just feel like a gentle breeze. That's what, like 15% decrease of enemy incoming damage. That's like a free cooldown.
Yeah.
Yeah, lowers target damage dealt by 10%.
Dismantle is 5, so
No,
Cup-
dismantle's 10%.
Dismantle's 10. Okay, Addle's 5 then.
No, Adel is. Let's see.
I'm confused now.
Wait, that's my. I can't look at it there. Adel's 10 is. Oh no, Adel lowers target's intelligence and mind by 10%.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
not bad.
It's like the other one for Millie. What's it called? Faint. It lowers strength and dexterity.
Pi
Yeah.
Pi said they could also use Reprisal. Reprisal and Dismantle. Yeah, that's kind of overpowered.
Scaffolding's on the wheels.
We're gonna fly into the first on our hover rounds.
You know, the
I'm
first thing
cool with that.
when we get to the first, we have to find Sid, or Sid's equivalent, Sydney, I guess.
Dude, I know what they're gonna pull because it's a great thing to pull when you're in the whole parallel world thing. You like characters that shouldn't be alive are alive again, and characters that you would think would be totally fine are dead.
Yeah, probably. So we're going. So Horsefant's gonna be the Sid.
Like Sid's probably not gonna be around, dude. Sid's involved in every single quest line in this game, and it's so tiring seeing him anywhere.
So is Elfino.
Alphanode is not as bad. He was gone for most of Stormblood.
Get rid of him completely. Just have him die off in a chasm or something.
Just bring back Alice. Alice is a much more interesting character.
Alice was kind of dumb.
She was funny though.
She's,
Alice is really dumb, but she's like fun dumb.
She's like a blonde.
Yeah,
I like
she just wants to kill everything.
She's got quite the bloodlust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, my favorite was the people at the media tour saying Alice just kept dying to everything because she's always in melee range.
Lol.
Don't use Alice as a trust. She's too thirsty.
Fucking LOL.
Xana
Well,
said,
it's funny. I was one of the content creators. The dungeons that they were running with Alice as one of the trusts, and they mentioned that they were the only NPC that ever died.
Alice is your typical samurai. Wants all the damage but just keeps dying.
Fucking LOL.
Xana said Lise can be dead in every world. No.
Who can be dead in every world?
Lise.
Oh, fucking yeah. I won't disagree with that.
Pi said it's canon that she's half red mage, half black mage. You leave her alone.
Fucking LOL. Should have been a summoner.
Technically,
That's what she
I'm
should've
pretty sure with those grimoires, that was the original intention, given that
Yeah.
Alpha Node is a scholar. But I'm pretty sure they're like, oh, dude, someone came into the office one day. I was like, dude, I have a great idea. And they're like, what? Dude, let's have Alice reveal that we're adding red mage. And they're like, that's genius. That was the whole. I'm willing to bet cash money that that's how that went.
Yeah, that's probably what happened.
And they're like, okay, we could just scrap the idea for her being a summoner.
I'm curious, like, who taught her though? Like, was it the red mage guy in the red
Yeah.
mage quest line, or?
See, but Alice doesn't have a lot of red mage skills.
Yeah, that's true.
She has some basic ones like core and stuff. But
yeah, she's
she-
basically like in training almost.
She doesn't have like Verholy or Verflare that I saw anyway. I didn't see either of those, and I saw black mage skills. It's kind of like how Urianger can use ethereal manipulation as an astro.
Yeah.
Why? He has like reverse rescue.
That's funny.
See, theoretically, if he knows rescue too, you technically could rescue chain with him.
God.
Because then you could just have him ethereal manipulate, and then have him rescue someone with him.
See, I never saw any of the trust stuff yet.
It looks pretty decent. The only problem I have with the trust system is that their DPS is low. Like it's lower than than the good players.
Yeah, but it's better than your awful players.
Oh yeah, if there's like a bunch of DF trash kids running around in the DF, take the trust. You'll have a better time. I promise.
Yeah,
but if you're queuing with friends, don't take trust.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Like, what if you can use trust for savage content and get clear?
Oh my god. I don't think that's actually possible because the way that they say it is like they're meant to take up time, and it's going to be an additional 10-15 minutes that trusts take to clear a dungeon.
They do. They're slow.
So you would
Dude,
so you would hit the enrage marker pretty easily.
I think because you just said you can do savage content and clear them with trust. I think I heard the collective of the entire people who sell clears in the balance Discord killing themselves.
Oh well.
Good.
But it looks good. It does. The trust system is very nice looking, but I have a feeling they're only going to make it so you can use them with MSQ dungeons so people can experience the story, and that's probably for the best.
Probably, so like you won't have people.
So it's new squadron.
Dude.
Yeah, it's new squadron.
Yeah.
See, but they're not as dumb as squadron members, it seems like. Because they actually avoid AoEs and won't follow you around on a leash. Some of them have pathing. Santa said alpha for trust.
Aww.
What's he gonna do, summon water for me?
That'd be pretty
Well,
funny.
he's like a fucking interdimensional being created from like nothing.
He's like the poor man's Astro. That's all he can do.
Lol.
Why is that makes you invisible?
I mean, I mean, since they introduced the trust system, I hope that they introduce a similar system like they did in 11, where you can go collect different trusts and then have like basically just a whoever you want on your team.
I have a theory that they're just going to make it so it's your currently accompanying party members for the MSQ. Like, I'm pretty sure they're going to retroactively do this, and they're going to make, like, Estinian, Ysael, Alpha Node, Trust for Heaven's Ward.
Yeah.
ARR, you don't have trust. Good luck.
LOL.
Random
retainers.
Stormblood, Lise, Alice, Thancred shows up a couple times. Ystola's out for most of Stormblood.
Yugiri.
Gosetsu. Gosetsu has a trust in Doma Castle. That'd be heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Harshaphant as a trust. Harshaphant as a trust in the vault.
Oh. No.
Hien doesn't. I don't know. Because it has to be either Hien or Gosetsu as the trust, because then that's 2 samurais. No one wants that.
I don't like Gosetsu.
Why?
I always fucking hated Gosetsu. He was so annoying.
Kai was like,
He was amazing. He's great.
Kai was just like, I'm glad that roof fell on you.
I actually was happy he died. I was like,
Oh my God.
I'm never gonna see him
Ow.
again. And then they brought him back. I was so mad that they brought him back. But it helped do the Tsukiyomi questline, so I'm happy about that, because that was the best questline, I think.
Yotsuyu as a trust.
Oh god.
She's just gonna smoke and step on the enemies. I don't think there's anybody else that's really... Sid, I guess. Sid could be a trust.
I'm telling you, in like some like random ass event, they're gonna add a Shantoto trust. I guarantee.
I hope.
They already added a minion, so it's possible.
I mean, like I said, they've already got like 1 billion of them in FF11 already. I mean, you can't add a trust system and then not have a Shantoto.
God, I hope we get Shantoto.
Heaven Ascended Santoto. Hildebrand as a trust.
Dude, I want
hell
Godbert.
yeah.
I want
Oh,
Godbert as a
that
trust.
yeah, Godbert as a no, fucking his wife as a trust, fucking hitting everything with
Oh
a
my-
frying pan.
Julian.
Yes.
Giant ass frying pan.
I'd fucking love that.
Yeah, but the trust system looks like it's gonna be pretty nice, but I wouldn't take it over actual players. I'd take actual players any day.
I'll do it, but just to see what like they have to
I mean-
say about like the dungeon, but not for like.
If I had 3 friends, or if I had 3 friends and one of them was coming as scholar, I'm gonna take the trust healer instead.
Actually,
Yeah, so-
Alpha Node is really bad in some of the dungeons. Because if he scares easy and he won't do certain mechanics.
Yeah, I saw that. That's pretty. I mean, it's pretty funny though. Like
It's
TBH.
it's funny and realistic, but like then you have Thancred over here who gets annoyed at mechanics and just yeets himself over them. He's like, I don't want to do mechanics, and he just ignores the mechanic entirely.
I mean, that's like 90% of the player base anyway, right?
And then Ali says like, I'm gonna do the mechanic as fast as possible.
Alice steals your LB.
Or-
You stole up Parses.
Oriange is thinking, how do I cheese this mechanic?
Yeah, basically.
Alpha Node just doesn't want to do it.
I think isn't Minfilia the same as Alpha Node?
Minfilia is the same as Alpha Node, but I'm pretty sure that Minfilia has different conditions on her than Alpha Node. She just has that same one for that mechanic. Because I'm pretty sure she does do more damage than Alpha Node. And she has some, I think someone said she has some weird abilities for being a rogue. Because she's like the voice of Heidelin, technically. and this is a world where she never aged herself up. So, you know.
Fucking LOL.
Dude, it's
No more titties.
Dude, it's so jarring during the original 1.0 quest, doing the quest line with Acilia and Warbaton and all those guys, and then we have this random NPC come out of nowhere and be like, "Hi, I'm Infilia," and then Thancred just comes out of nowhere too, is like, "Hey, that's Acilia." I was like, "What? How? It's been like 2 days." Yeah, man, we gave her time magic and she aged herself forward.
God damn it.
At least
So when 5.0 launches, how many cutscenes do you think you'll be able to skip without losing track of everything?
Oh,
2.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, it's something low. At the beginning of the expansion, like the story is really usually well knit. It's later in the expansion. It's like that's filler.
I feel like we're maybe the beginning of the expansion is going to be absolutely wild. So
I'm just gonna skip every single cutscene until like I find out when the first like single person fucking instance is.
you're
Because
gonna,
I know for a fact they have not learned their lesson. There's gonna be another Raubon EX. Mark my words. It will happen.
watch it not be until like level 65, like 5 hours into gameplay.
That is why I gotta wake up at 3 a.m. in the morning and do everything.
Dude, that's the only reason.
Dude, I did that, and I still got fucked with Raubon.
Dude,
Rip.
that's the only reason I made it through Rav EX, TBH. I woke up and I just went at it. I didn't skip any
Yeah, me
cutscenes.
too.
I didn't skip any cutscenes, but when I got to Rav EX, it was just starting. Like, people couldn't get into the instance and there were lines, and they're like, "No, what are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm trying to get in." It's like, "You have to wait in line." I was like, "Oh no, it's closed beta all over again." And I was like, "Well, I'm gonna play this just like I did closed beta," and I just skipped the line and kept clicking.
Oh, well,
And I got in, I cleared, and I was like, "I'm done. I'm gonna. You guys have fun." And then I realized Pippin was right after. I was like, "No, there's another one."
fucking rip.
But Pippin let me get right in and out, so I didn't have any trouble with him.
I hope they've beefed up their instant server by like a factor of 100 from.
Santa said he only got through because Gilgamesh and Balmung crashed.
Oof.
I remember that. There was a solid like 3 or 4 hours during the first day of early access where Balmung and Gilgamesh just went down for like a few hours, and everyone started clearing Ralbani X again. The only way to save the servers is to destroy them.
I remember I had a macro set up on my keyboard to just keep pressing num0 just all the time, so like it would continually like go through, like it would like auto skip the cutscene and every.
It's like all my name days have come at once. Dude, it's so weird seeing random NPCs using that just unironically now. Koji knows.
I will send Yoshi P a cake that says, "It's like all my name days have come at once." If there's another Raubani.
But I think they probably figured out how to fix this for the most part.
Oh no! How did those Ixion tests go?
They
Did
went
they ever say?
they went pretty well actually. I didn't see service crash or anything.
I mean, the FF15 event almost fucking deleted your account, so I don't know how well.
I'm pretty sure
Oh
that
yeah, I remember that.
I'm pretty sure that was a technical issue and not an actual server issue.
It's not a bug; it's a feature.
It unsubs
It
you
locked
from
you
the
out.
game.
You can't log back in.
It only how long did it only last for? It only lasted for like 2 hours, right?
It was a night. It was like 4 hours, I think.
All right. I think we're going to close the podcast here because we've been going at it for almost 2 hours now. Thank Thanks, Invo.
You're welcome.
What does Invo say? Oh.
Say bye, guys.
Bye.
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 Peace.